What's going on, everybody? It's Dan here once again. I'm just doing a quick video to explain certain things and my first impressions or how I feel about my new capture device, the Elgato Game Capture HD, what I feel about it, how it's working, some things I want to do, some things it does that I may not like, so on and so forth. Just wanted to show you real quick and explain what I'm doing. So I've used it for the last, I think from part 9 to part 14 for Crysis 3. I basically recorded the rest of Crysis 3 with it in full 1080p. It has that capability to record in 1080p, and I've been kind of trying to get used to it. I have a new method of, since it doesn't have the same delay that my Hapog did, I have to change up my commentary sync methods. I have to do a lot of changes, so it's really weird. You have to forgive me as I'm going through this transitional period. But the reason I got it, the ultimate reason, isn't necessarily because of the quality improvement or whatever the case would be, but mainly because my Hapog keeps doing stupid things that really impact the recording. And for example, the main last straw of switching from the Hapog to the Elgato was because it would sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes it would not record the audio, the game audio. So people are saying it's very, very quiet. No, you don't hear it at all, people. It's completely gone. When I get it, it'll show the game audio, because I usually like to record hour 20, hour and a half segments, and it showed everything was perfect up to a certain point, then all of a sudden it just goes dead from then on. I'm like, great, it happened again. Sometimes it's really minor, maybe only a minute, 2 minutes. Sometimes it's huge, 20 minutes of it are gone. So, things like that. I've had PVR skips in the past where basically it would stop recording for a split second, maybe 20 seconds max. But picture it this way: if you're doing live commentary, that throws everything off, and you have to resync everything again. So as you can see, there was a lot of things that made me upgrade to the new device, and that was back when there weren't things like this. The Hapog was the best thing on the market. So anyways, how do I feel about it quality-wise? I think there's a quality improvement in terms of what you see. However, in terms of the full 720 thing, they're very similar from the Hapog. At least that's what people are telling me. But the Elgato has a brighter image, so I do like a little bit brighter, because as you guys have heard me say, I always forget to up the brightness, or whatever the case would be. This way I can at least up it a bit. And people are also telling me that the contrast is a little dim, and just to change it in editing once I do more videos. Now here's the thing that I like about this game capture, the software that you get with it. It allows you to change all that from the recorder itself. You don't have to do anything in after editing. If I really didn't want to, I could record every single separate part without even editing it and just upload it immediately. Do I do that? No, because there's too many factors that I have to change that make it very, very, you can't do that. I mean, for me at least. Some people may be like, okay, it's good enough, send it out. Me, I like it to be perfect, so I won't do, I won't let these things slide. I'll want to edit it myself. I feel like I have more control of it that way. So anyway, in terms of the quality, I do think there's an improvement. I think it looks a little bit better. Seamless recording. There's no delay, no lag in it, which is really good. Because sometimes if your computer does something else at the same time, the device will flip right out, and just it won't know what to do. It might skip. It might drop frame rate. So far, I was recording in full 1080p. I can't remember how many. I think I was sitting at about 15 megabits per second, which isn't the maximum. You could go all the way up to, I think, 60. But to be honest, you gotta look at it. YouTube downgrades your quality anyway, so there's no point in maxing out everything under the sun. So at this point, there really is no point to going max out. You're really just wasting your time, because not only does the higher quality and bitrate crazily increase the amount of time it takes to render it and upload it, but it just seems like it's wasted space. There's too much space, and it takes up a lot, and you'll have to be doing a lot of deleting of videos, this, that, and the other thing, and then it's just a way longer process. So I'm keeping at this for now. Now, there was a really interesting feature that I loved about it, and it had a in the recording software itself, it had an additional live commentary option, so you did not have to use a third-party recorder to record the commentary in your videos, and therefore you didn't have to sync it up, which I thought was awesome, because syncing it up sometimes was a little tricky depending on how you sync up your videos. For me, I had a system, so it worked, but this would completely take that all out. I wouldn't have to edit any of that. Just pop it in, add a title, my little banner that I like to put in the corner, and that's it. Render it. It's ready to go. Problems with that: you have to preset the volumes of both the game and the mic. Now for me, each game is completely different in terms of game audio. Like, you'll get a game, it could be really quiet. You'll get a game that's super loud and you have to turn it down or turn it up or leave it at 0 decibels. I always find the average is around -5 decibels on the game audio, and then usually around 3 to 5 decibels up on the commentary track. Problem is, sometimes one outweighs the other. Sometimes you have gameplay that's louder than the voices in the game. So therefore you got explosions that are super loud and drowning out the commentary, but at the same time the voices and the dialogue is really quiet, so therefore my commentary seems booming. So you see what I'm saying? It's easier just to go into my editing program and fixing it there. Now the thing is with this live commentary thing as well, is I've noticed, I did many different tests to see what was the best, what volumes worked. I noticed that because of what it's doing, it wouldn't always detect what I was saying on my mic like it did in my other program. It would sometimes not play it at all. Now, so if I were to be recording at the same time, I played it back and I'd be saying, I knew I said stuff because I only recorded maybe 20 seconds just to get an idea. And I would say stuff and you wouldn't hear me at all during the time I was actually saying stuff. So it just seemed a little too risky to like go a full part with it. And therefore I felt, you know what, I'll go back to my old way. I'll do what I did with Sony Vegas, add an audio track and time it accordingly and record that right after. That way it's seamless, you know, I don't have to worry about it because that's worked for me for so long. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do for now, not record my commentary in the actual program that they provide, but rather use my Sony Vegas like I've been using for the past like 2 years. So I'm going to stick with that and go from there. Like I said before though, the commentary track feature was actually added in an update only a couple months ago, so they could improve it, and maybe I'll try it again, but for now I'm going to keep what I'm doing. Okay, another thing I want to mention. People are like, damn, I love this 1080p. It looks great comparatively. Then I have other people who are saying, you know what, while it does look a little better on certain aspects, it pretty much is the same quality. It looks the same on YouTube as the 720p videos that you've been putting out. I did a direct comparison. I brought up both browsers, 2 different browsers, and played both videos side by side at the exact same moment, and they looked about the same in each quality. So what does that say to me? Am I wasting a little bit of time doing 1080p? Am I wasting, because like I said, when you do 1080p, it takes way longer to render the video. I'm talking, usually when I did a 720p video, let's just say it's about 25 minutes long, the video. That would usually take me about 30 to 40 minutes, anywhere in there, depending on how much is going on, or if, like I said, sometimes they're 20-minute long videos, sometimes they're half an hour, it would depend. This one, when I recorded in 1080p, same length, 20 to 30 minute long videos, it would take me anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours for one video. And that's really long for what it is. And considering YouTube takes that quality and downgrades it like maybe by about 50% or 70, no, but probably about 25%, I'd say. Really, you're wasting your time rendering, and then the upload time as well takes around an hour and a half, 2 hours. And you guys know me, I pump out uploads like crazy just because my upload speed and internet speed is really fast. So unless I get a new internet thing, which I'm considering updating down the road, I don't think 1080p is really worth it yet. Now the cool thing about this recorder, which I love, is I've always had to sit and watch the game or whatever in 720p, because that's how you had to record the game. However, this time I could keep it in full 1080p and it'll record in 720. I think that's a really cool idea that they did that. That way I at least get to enjoy the full aspect. And since YouTube downgrades the quality anyway, you guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing. So therefore, it's not like I'm taking something away from you. Blame YouTube on that. They do a lot of stuff like that. So I want to hear your opinion though. What do you think on the 720p, 1080p comparison? Is it something you really want to see me do, is do more 1080p? Keep in mind, it'll slow down the uploads, it'll slow down the frequency, and I'm talking like a lot. Like I may not even get a chance to upload the normal amount of parts I do. Some people may be like, yeah, do that, because I don't like being spammed, and other people on the other side of the fence like, no, don't do that. So the way I'm feeling is I think I should stick with 720p for now, just until 1080p is actually worth it, because I don't know if most of you guys know this, but most games are only rendered in 720p anyway. If you look on the back of game cases, it'll tell you what it's in. 720p, 1080. Yeah, you can play it in 1080p, but it's like an upscale form. Have you ever done that? Like where you played, where you have a DVD quality movie, and you pop it into a Blu-ray, and it says, oh, 1080p upscaling. That's not full 1080p. It's like they basically stretch it, and it looks a little better, but really it's not the full quality. So I figure, what's the point right now? So that's what I'm thinking as of now. But let me know your thoughts. I would like to, get your opinion, because I'll do what's best for everybody here. I'm just giving you my opinion on the situation. And another downside about the 1080p anyways, is I don't know if you guys know how YouTube works. A lot of people don't, or else I wouldn't be getting these comments. What happens with each upload? You upload a video, and it'll do the uploading. That part will take anywhere, like I said, from 20 to 40 minutes. Never usually 40 minutes. Usually it's 20 minutes to half an hour to upload for me. And that's pretty good. And in that time frame, the uploading, once the uploading's done, is it live on YouTube? No, it's not. A lot of people think once it's uploaded, everyone can view it. No, there has to be there's another step in the upload process that has to happen for YouTube to be able to play your video. What it does is it basically formats your video from whatever format you upload to work on YouTube as a flash viewing video. So that may include downgrading the quality, that may include changing the format. Regardless, that whole process is called, well, processing. The processing. When a video is in processing, it is basically rendering out each and every resolution possible. So say I recorded in 1080p. I don't know if you guys have noticed on the change quality button, obviously you've seen it. There's many different options. You have 240p, 360p, 480p, 720, and then finally 1080. Now if you upload in 1080p, the video will come live as soon as the first quality is available. Meaning, when 240p is done rendering and it's ready to go, it's uploaded, it's done processing, 240p, the video will actually become available, but you could only watch it in 240p, and that looks like crap. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but 240p looks horrible. The sound sounds terrible. Everything's just really bad. And then it'll do 360p, and then the higher the ratio, the longer it takes to process. So basically, once I get to 1080p, you guys are probably waiting in up to 2 hours sometimes just to process a video for the full 1080p. And by then, everyone's like, oh, I want to watch this video. I don't want to wait 2 hours. It's right here. I can watch it now. So when people say, Dan, I think you screwed up when you recorded. No. I've been doing this for over 3 years. I know what I'm doing. I'm not going to not record in 1080p. There's a huge difference, right? Even in 720, you can tell. It tells you what resolution you're in. It tells you what setting you're in. If I was set in 480p, my TV would reflect it too, and it'd just be this tiny blurred thing. And I'd be like, oops, I forgot to set it. But since I've done this for so long, I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing. So when you guys say that, it's not a mistake on my end. You just got to let YouTube do its thing. So I don't know how many people are going to watch this and get that, but I'm probably still going to get it. But regardless, that's what it does. So whenever I upload 1080p videos, it takes way longer. So it seems like the point of waiting for 1080p is pointless, because you're going to be watching in at maximum 720p, because 720p does process way faster than 1080p. And a lot of people, even then, when I upload my 720p videos, they're all like, Dan, why is it not HD? Why is this? Like, how new to YouTube are you? I mean, honest to God, this is old news. Just like the 300 views thing, everyone's like, how does this video only have 300 views and 1,000 likes? You still new to YouTube here? Like, I mean, they freeze the view count visibly. You're still getting views, but they freeze it visibly just to check for genuine views. Okay, I'm just airing that out there. That's what they're doing. So everyone's just like, it's an age-old question that's been answered before, but people still don't get it. It's like, even though YouTube is so huge now, people don't understand how it works. Just like people who think I stay up all night and all day uploading videos. Like, they're like, Dan, how do you upload videos from work? You said you have a full-time job. How do you upload videos from work? I don't. I just set like 10 or something, 5, I don't know, usually 4 or 5 in the morning. And there's a queue, so once one finishes, the other one starts. It's just really funny how people think this. Like, why would I honestly drive all the way home from my job and upload a video and then go back to work? That's so stupid. Like, I mean, YouTube's a little more advanced than having to upload one video at a time and then having to redo it. I mean, I know not everyone uploads, and so not everyone understands, but it's kind of common sense. But anyways, I'm going off topic here. So in terms of Elgato, I like the quality. I like the features of the actual recording software itself. The live commentary thing needs to be improved, but I'm sure it will be. Until then, I'm going to use my old process, which works great anyway, just a little bit extra work. But in the end, actually, the live commentary thing is more work, because I have to figure out what's the ideal volumes, you know what I mean? If something's like out of whack, like something, like I said, the sound effects are way louder than the dialogue, and even if they're set at the same thing, you still have to test it. It's a lot of guess and check, and that takes way too much time when you can just record, edit each individual track accordingly in editing later, and you're done, right? So for now, that's what I'm going to keep it at. In terms of quality, I think I might go back down to 720 until it becomes necessary or worth it, like when PS4 or Xbox 720 comes out, whatever you want to call them. Those are actually going to be in 1080p, full 1080p, like the games are going to be rendered in that resolution. They're not going to be upscaled. I mean, there are actually a few games on Xbox 360 and PS3 that are full 1080p. Like, I think one of them, the one that always comes to mind is Castlevania Lords of Shadow. If you actually look on the back of the PS3 case for that game, it actually says 1080p. PS3 doesn't lie on their cases like Xbox does. Theirs says what it actually is. 720p is the only one there for HD most of the time. So you get what I'm saying here, okay? So that's what I'm really waiting for. That way I can at least keep the uploads at the same speed, but from what I hear, a better quality. It looks brighter, looks better picture, more colors are more vibrant. People are telling me these things in comparison to the Hauppauge. Even though I've had the Hauppauge for maybe 8 months now, the new one, I've owned the Hauppauge for like basically the entire time I've been doing this YouTube career of mine. So I can definitely tell I prefer it so far, but I haven't encountered any problems yet, wherever there's wood, you know, knock on wood kind of deal. But I'll keep you guys posted. But for now, I'm liking how it's going. I think I'm going to go back down to 720p. And yeah, just do things how I've been doing it, because you guys will still get the content regardless. But people are telling me, you know what, it doesn't seem worth it. I think you should go back to that, because like I said, 1080p has a lot of downsides on YouTube. When you directly record it, yeah, it looks beautiful. Like the raw footage looks beautiful, but the editing, the rendering, and the downscaling by YouTube just takes its toll. It just doesn't seem worth it. So I'm just gonna air that out. Let me know what you guys want to do. I just want to hear a poll. Like, I mean, you could have very different thoughts, but it affects other things other than just the quality. So I just want to put that out there for everybody. So that's my thoughts on the new Elgato that I got. Liking it so far. Seems like a great device. The fact that you don't even have to have it doesn't even have to have its own power source is awesome, because you should see my damn wall. The outlets are going up the ass because I have so many devices plugged in. So that's great. It uses USB as its power. So pretty simple, pretty bare bones, but it does amazing things with what you're given. So I'm going to stop talking about it. Let me know your thoughts on the quality and what you've seen so far, if you didn't air your thoughts already on the Crisis videos. But I do want to hear your thoughts on what I should do. I'm really strongly considering going back to 720p just because I mentioned. I'm not going to keep repeating myself here because I do that. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know, like I said, comment immediately so I can get started on the next thing and do whatever I need to, and we'll go from there. So thanks, guys, for watching. Take it easy, and I will see you next time for more gameplay and other things like that. So later, guys. Have a good one.